Uno, dos, tres, freestyle, yes. Smoking chronic, and I used to smoke cess. I still do sometimes. One rhyme free. DEV, he's in the place to be with SNOOP, yes, of course. And I'm gonna freestyle until my voice gets hoarse. But no, I can't, because we don't have enough time, and I got a fat quarter when I used to buy a dime. But hold up. My lungs are swole up, man. Look like mufflers. I'm higher than the motherfucker. Yes, indeed. Coming out to Cali where they got the extraordinary weed. And we be chillin'. Just feeling fine, and I'm here to.
An overlooked trait of being a dope MC is just sometimes simply being yourself. Sometimes letting your personality shine can resonate with an audience just as much as being a super technical, lyrical MC. An MC rep in Houston, Texas will show how a little bit of personality, an original style, and fun mixed with a little bit of consciousness would help him make a major impact on hip-hop. This is the story of Devin the Dude. Devin would get his first entry to music through his grandma via the local church. Devin's grandma made him join the church choir at a very young age. This experience would really pay off later in a major way, as his harmonies, his singing, his hooks and melodies would be his trademark talent.
I moved from St. Petersburg, Florida to East Texas, and we was in a small town at the time. It was Douglasville, Texas. Population like 195, 195. You know what I'm saying? And she used to go to church a lot. My grandmother went to church a lot, man, like 3 or 4 times a week. You know, at least 3 times, but you know, sometimes 4. And she would have me, you know, drag me along with it. I was right there, and I used to go to sleep all the time. And she stopped. She got tired of hitting me and waking me up, so she put me in the choir. And I was like the only, you know, child in the adult choir at the time. But you know, I learned a lot from there too, because you know they, you know, taught me me about harmonies and you know, and melodies, and when to come in and when to chill, and when, you know, what octave to hit and stuff like that. I moved from St. Petersburg, Florida to East Texas, and we was in a small town at the time. It was Douglasville, Texas. Population like 195, 195. You know what I'm saying?
Devin would also pick up pop locking and breakdancing as a young kid. But once Devin started rhyming and saw how much attention he got from rapping, he knew that this might be something that would pay off at some point down the road.
What got me started rapping, man, honestly, I was breakdancing. We was popping and stuff, breakdancing and stuff in the beginning. Popping before breakdancing came out. And then we started breaking it, you know, they came on the floor with it and everything. And then like in the late 80s, it started kind of watering down a little bit, getting commercialized a lot. And things started getting a little different, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't breakdancing to solve their problems no more, you know? Eventually, I just started grabbing the mic and freestyling at these parks. And I wrote my first freestyle, I guess like in the 10th grade or so, and one verse. And then one guy heard it, and he told another dude about it at school, and you know, I went back to school the next day, man. About 5 cats cornered me like, man, what's up with that verse? Let me hear that verse he was telling us about. And I spit the verse, and they was tripping. The next day, it was about 15 people. But by the end of the week, man, at the cafeteria, about 50 people listened to that one verse. So I was
over and over again, that verse.
And I love the appreciation of it, man. I was like, man, I can get used to this, man.
Yeah.
Devin eventually formed a rap crew by the name of the Odd Squad. The members consisted of Rob Quest, Devin the Dude, and Jug Mug. The trio would perform anywhere they could to grow their buzz, and they started working on their demo tape to see if they would eventually land a record deal.
Seriously, man, in like 92, we was grinding. I met my homeboy Rob Quest at the TSU talent show, and then I called up my old school friend Jug Mug, man, and we just started grinding, making demo packages, man. It was all cassettes then, you know what I'm saying? But we just kept grinding and grinding and grinding, and suddenly, you know, eventually somebody got a hold to the tape who gave it to Lil J at Rap A Lot, man, and he came by. And came by the crib where we was working, man, while we was working, actually, man, and sat down and talked to us about it.
And you had a up-and-coming DJ that eventually made a little noise. What was his name?
DJ Screw, actually, man.
Yeah, I heard of that cat.
He was the DJ on the demo records.
Landing a record deal is one thing, but landing a record deal with Rap A Lot Records was huge. Rap A Lot was not only one of the biggest labels out of the South, but one of the biggest and most respected labels in hip-hop. Devin The Dude and his crew were finally on. They released their debut album, Bought Enough for Everybody, in February of 1994. The Odd Squad will release 2 singles for the album. Even though the album sales were low, the album was a classic and one of the best and slept-on albums ever released on Rap A Lot. Around the same time, label mate and legendary MC Scarface is working on his 3rd solo studio album. He's finishing up the album and wanted Devin to lay a hook on what would be one of Scarface's biggest songs of his career.
Scarface loved the Odd Squad, man, period. Yeah. He was like one of the really true like believers of like, yeah, Jay, man, man, and he really cut for us, you know what I'm saying? And he kind of took me up under his wing, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I like your style, man. You're pretty cool, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I like the way you sing them hooks. Actually, man, I want you to, if you can, one of the first hooks I did, he was like, if you can, man, just, man, come up here, man. He called me at the crib. He said, man, if you can come up here, man, right quick, I want you to see if you can pull this hook off for me, man. I got an idea. Got up to the digital services, man. Got up in there, one thing. He said, "Oh, he can't say it's okay. I want you to just say this right here, you know." So he gave me the words to say.
No shit.
But he said, "Nigga, don't believe that song. That nigga's wrong. Gangsters don't live that long." He just gave me the words. So that's when I niggas don't believe that song. You niggas wrong. Gangsters don't live. So I think that's what he kind of feel he wanted, whatever. But I was high pitched and I didn't sound right to me. I was like, oh man, I don't know about this motherfucker. This sound like the old high pitched. Nigga don't believe that. That sound like a chipmunk. Nigga, I don't know. He's like, man, you don't like it? I like, I don't know if I like it. He said, man, if you don't like it, man, that's fucked up. I was like, well, shit, man, you don't have to keep it in, face, because I don't want to fucking shit up. He said, yeah, man, that's fucked up, because I got to send this to Ice Cube in the morning. Ice Cube? You finna send this? Let me go back in and just try something else. Let's try it again, man. Fuck it, let's just keep trying. He just, you know what I'm saying? But he loved it. He said, nigga, I'm telling you, this is going to be shit. Nigga, like, well, I'm like, well, if you like it, I love it then, too. You know? So that had to grow on me. But when I heard Q verse on it and they mixed and mastered it, I was like, okay, yeah, I can grow into it. This is cool. Yeah. Then the video came out and they had me dressed up like a priest. But it was cool just to be a part of that, to even be asked to be a part of that, man, was just it was actually career changing for me, you know what I'm saying? Just to know where I could be at the time.
Devin would end up on the song called Hand of the Dead Body featuring Ice Cube. Being on a song with Scarface and Ice Cube is like winning the lotto. These two MCs were at the top of the food chain. This song would really showcase Devin's hook making abilities and would put him out for the world to see. Scarface has always been about showcasing up-and-coming talent. Scarface knew about a ton of solo artists with a lot of talent at the time. Scarface would decide to put them all together in a group and call it FaceMob. Scarface would ask Devin to join the crew. Devin went to go check with his current crew, the Odd Squad, to see if it was okay if he had joined another rap group. Devin's Odd Squad crew was cool with it because anything that puts Devin up is also going to put Odd Squad up. In 1996, Scarface would release his new group called FaceMob. This group included Devin The Dude. The album was called The Other Side of the Law. Around this same time, Scarface was always telling Devin to become a solo artist. Scarface had a lot of respect for Devin and recognized how diverse Devin's skill set was. Devin would go on to say, "I was always about the group Odd Squad, and when I finally agreed to go solo, Odd Squad members showed a lot of respect and a lot of support." After Scarface dropped his fourth studio album, Untouchable, in 1997, Scarface was prepping a new double album titled My Homies. Just like Scarface wanted to showcase new talent through the FaceMob group, this time Scarface decided to do it again, but on a grander level. And Devin The Dude was not only invited to being on the album, but he would end up being the MVP of the album.
Talent that's floating around on these on Rap-A-Lot and Interface, you know, I'm giving them a chance to shine, you know, because that's all they need is a chance, you know, and we put them out there.
Devin ended up on 4 tracks: Southside, F Faces, Do What You Want, and Boo Booin'. These were easily some of the top tracks on the Scarface My Homies double album. These tracks would garner Devin hundreds of thousands of new fans and would even gain attention from other MCs that were currently in hip-hop from coast to coast. Devin was putting the final touches on his solo debut album titled The Dude. Devin said that Scarface oversaw the project and was very influential in making the album sound cohesive, and they really wanted to pay attention to the most important aspect of the album, which was the production. The Dude would release in 1998, and it was an instant classic. Not only did you have Devin's smooth, laid-back style and unorthodox approach, the album sounded great. Devin's album had that classic Rap-A-Lot production to go with his amazing delivery. Devin was getting national attention from his album and from everything he's been on up until this point. Devin would soon get a life-changing phone call from Dr.Dre that would really put him over the top. Dr. Dre was prepping his second solo album, The Chronic 2001. Dre hadn't been out since 1992, so being asked to be on a Dr. Dre comeback album was huge. Dr. Dre had the power and resources to get a hold of anyone for this monumental album, and he chose the right man for the job, Devin The Dude. Devin was very surprised by this.
Him and Snoop used to listen to Odd Squad on the road, and so the Pussy Like Dope song was the one they was kind of used to trip off of, and he just kind of wanted to work with me. So Rico was working at Rap-A-Lot at the time, and he got the call, and he said, "Yeah, I know Devin. Yeah, I can call him right now." He called me. He said, "What's up, Devin? What's up, man? Dre looking for you, man." I said, "Dre who?" No, not no Dre. Nothing. Ain't trying to. No, Dre trying to work with you. Stay home. Don't go nowhere. 30 minutes, he gonna call you. Stay home. I say, man, all this so joking and shit, man. Don't be doing that, man. Cause we high, I'm getting high with that. And the phone rang, so I'm just nonchalantly just. He said, "Do what the fuck you wanna do." I say, "Yo, Dre, kick in the back."
Devin would end up on one of the greatest albums in hip-hop history, The Chronic 2001, and not only that, on one of the top songs on the album. He not only was on the hook, he also got a chance to rhyme as well. Devin then was able to go on one of the biggest tours in hip-hop history, the Up in Smoke tour. This would push Devin to audiences and hip-hop fans from coast to coast. With new fans around the world and being fresh off the tour, Devin would ready his second album, Just Trying to Live. The album would be another classic, and Devin would really showcase his distinct style once again. The album would release in 2002. The opening song, Zeldar, would really prove why Devin is a true, unique talent. But one song that was produced by DJ Premier would be one for the record books. DJ Premier is another fellow Texas native. By this time in DJ Premier's career, he's at the top of the elite producers. He's worked with just about every MC at this point you could name. After DJ Premier heard an advanced copy of the album, DJ Premier called Devin to ask about Premier's favorite song, Doobie Ashtray.
What happened with the Doobie Ashtray song, he used to hear songs before they come out, like we always do. So this album was about to come out. He heard the album before it came out. I originally produced Doobie Ashtray. I did it with like a sample, a couple of kits, nothing extravagant or nothing, but that song stuck out to him for the album. He just he liked that song. And we went out to California, I think, or something, and we was mixing it, about to get ready to mix. Boom, got the news, couldn't play the sample. Fuck, Doobie Ashtray can't go. And so I said, we can't do nothing because we only got 2 weeks in this motherfucker to mix, master, and all this shit. So fucking Doobie Ashtray, I'm feeling fucked up about it. I get a call from out of nowhere. It's like from the Premier. He just called and saying, "What's up, man? How the album going?" Because he was excited too. I said, "Yeah, man, excited." He said, "Man, shit, man, what's up with the Doobie? How the Doobie Ashtray sound? It's mixed. Y'all got it together?" Because he wanted to, want to be first to break it or do something. That's his shit. I was like, "Man, I can't use Doobie Ashtray, man." I said, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Man, yeah, I got a fucking sample in it, man. I can't fucking clear the sample in time or do anything, you know what I'm saying, before. I only got 2.5 weeks left in here. Yo, send me the acapella. Send me the acapella now." Send it. Like, man, come on, man, send it to me, man. I sent it to him. We got the acapella together, sent it to him. 2 days later, I'm on the phone. How does it sound? I say, "Man, this cool, man, but come on, man. I got to have some cuts in there, some Premier cuts. I got to have some DJ Premier cuts. Come on, man. Yo, you want cuts in the joint?" I'm like, "Yes, man, just a couple of them, just some." So he put, "Don't front. Don't front." And he sent.
Around a year or so after Just Trying to Live drop, Devin was starting to record his third album, To the Extreme. But he also felt like calling it quits and retiring. He'd been in the game well over a decade, and that's a lot if you're in the hip-hop industry. So he's really starting to question if he should continue rapping.
To the Extreme, yeah, man. Like, just going through it. Life finally busting in your ass, you know what I'm saying? You getting to be, the partying to the having kids, to proving, trying to be a man, and just in the peak of the partying stage, and he was just trying to balance. My balance was kind of off. So musically, I don't know. I just felt like, I don't know, what else could I do? You know what I'm saying? If I can't get further than what I got or something, or I'm, every year or two, any artist probably won't tell you, but you kind of feel like, man, fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me do.
The good news is Devin never gave up on his dream as becoming an MC. Devin would end up working with some of the biggest names in hip-hop like De La Soul, Nas, Andre 3000, Dr. Dre, and Lil Wayne, just to name a few. Devin would also continue to drop solo albums and also continue to link back up with his original crew, the Odd Squad. The biggest key to Devin's career is he always let his personality shine, and he always took advantage of the big moments and the big opportunities that came his way. He's definitely dropped some of the best music hip-hop has ever heard, and he's definitely one of hip-hop's legends.